Hey everybody, welcome back to Muck Club. It's time for season 2. It is 2025. It is April the 6th. I think it's the 6th. It's a Sunday afternoon. And we've had a short hiatus. I did a live stream a couple nights ago, just to let you guys know what we have planned for the stream and for the channel coming up soon. We are going to, about a month from now, on May the 1st, is when I plan to start resuming the Light Side music reactions channels. I just finished recording my first video that I will upload for the first video season 2, and so we'll have that for you soon. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. I certainly am. So keep all your requests coming in for some of your favorite songs that you want me to react to, and we will get to those the Light Side music reactions. What we're here for today is the first episode of this new season of Muck Club, where we sit down and do a live stream, which is what we're doing right now, where I taste test different, usually fast foods and stuff, something I can get on the go and eat here in the comfort of my own vehicle. It's raining out today in southeastern Ohio. We've had some high water last few days, some flooding, nothing really serious. Hi Eric, great to see you. Glad to be back, and glad to see you back. We have had some high water today, so it's raining out right now. High water the last couple days, but I guess some places got hit really bad. We haven't gotten hit extremely badly here. I've definitely seen worse flooding here in this area. We had a major flood back in the flood of 1998. I can tell you stories about that sometime. And then we had another one a few years later, around 2004, 2005, somewhere in that ballpark. And I've got some stories about that one too. Hot stuff. I hate that you're requesting that, Eric. I can, but I don't like to because I have terrible heartburn. I have to take medication for it. And so when I eat hot and spicy foods, it does a number on me. So probably not. I'd rather not do food challenges with hot and spicy items. But thank you for the request. Keep those requests coming. I may go ahead and do that at some point for you, but I'd rather not if I don't have to. What we do have today is Pringles. You guys remember Pringles chips? These have been around for ages. I remember we had these when I was a kid. We're doing different varieties today. I've had the original before, right here, the original. And so I've had these before, and I've had the sour cream and onion. These are some traditional flavors that they've had for ages. And I've got a total of 13 different varieties here today that we're going to try. I got these at the local Walmart station, or Walmart super store. So if you guys want to get these, they have them. I got one of each of the flavors that they had at my particular location. So there's 13 of them total. Yes, I will do rice. That's an excellent suggestion for me, Eric. I do love rice. In fact, one of my favorite meals is these rice bowls that I get also from Walmart from their frozen food section. So coming up real soon, I will do those for you. And those will not be from the van. I'll do those from my home because I'll do those microwavable. And that way, that'll be a little bit of variety for you guys. Something that you don't get in the drive-thru for fast food, but something you can get in the grocery store, take home, and prepare yourself in 4 minutes. So, yes, thank you for the suggestion. I will definitely do that for you. But anyway, I got each of the Pringles flavors that they had at my local store. Of course, we got the original, the sour cream and onion. We got salt and vinegar. And we've got loaded potato skins. We've got 7-layer dip. All dressed with tomato, onion, and vinegar flavors. We've got a huge variety today in these. And then we've got Carnitas Taco flavor. A little bit of a Mexican sort of thing. We've got Texas BBQ Brisket. ranch. So there you go, a little bit more of a traditional type flavor. We'll try the more traditional ones first, then we'll get into the more kind of adventurous ones. We've got hot honey, pizza flavored, and two more. We've got Mexican street corn. That sounds interesting. And the last one we've got is chili cheese fries. So these are the different flavor of Pringles that I found at the local Walmart. Of course, I'm not going to eat all of these here today, but we're going to open each one and sample some of those. This guy is a pastor at my church. Dude the Wizard. Oh, I'm the pastor at your church? Go ahead and put your first name there if you would, and let me know who you are. It's good to see you. Anyway, okay, we're going to go ahead and set these down. Oh, okay, hey, good to see you on here, man. That's awesome. I just saw you this morning. All right, so anyway, we're going to go ahead and start with the more traditional ones. And while I'm doing this, go ahead and comment in the comment section. Actually, this is a live stream, so do it in the chat. And then if you're watching this on the rebroadcast, like later in the week, you can go ahead and comment in the comment section. But what are some of your favorite flavors of Pringles? If you've tried different flavors or whatever, what are some of your other favorite foods that you want to see me try? Especially fast food, which is what I usually do. I'll go through drive-through and get some fast food, and I'll eat it here in the van while we talk and talk about the food and different things. We'll talk about all sorts of different subjects. You can go ahead and put your questions on here. Pizza, yes. I was going to do pizza today, but I was debating on which one to get, and I decided I'll just go ahead and do the Pringles today because I already bought those. I bought these the other day and already had them in the vehicle, and I will be doing pizza soon. I guess they've got the new pizza at Pizza Hut has their new Cheesy Bites pizza, and Domino's has their Parmesan stuffed crust pizza. And I was debating between those two of those, and I couldn't decide, so I decided I'll split down the difference and do Pringles, which has nothing to do with pizza. But yes, I will be definitely doing pizza this year. And those two probably be the first ones I try, unless something else comes out in the meantime before I get a chance to do it. But go ahead and comment. What are some of your favorite flavors of Pringles? We're going to start with the traditional one here, the original. The thing I like about Pringles, I haven't had these for years, but I used to eat them when I was a kid. But regular potato chips, in England, Great Britain, they call them crisps. And when they refer to like fish and chips, what they refer to as chips is fries, what we call French fries. And so if you're in Great Britain or England and you ask for chips, you're going to get what we call French fries. And over here, if you ask for chips, you're going to get potato chips and not French fries. So, but these, and they call what we call chips over here, they call crisps. Now these are what I call crisps. They're like potato chips, except they're baked. And you've got the competitor to Pringles, which is Lay's baked chips or baked crisps. I consider those crisps. They're not exactly the same thing as a chip. And the difference is the way that they're made. Of course, these are baked instead of, I assume, the regular chips are fried or something. I don't know. But these are more of a crispy type of texture to them. And I remember when we were kids, we always liked the unique sort of shape to them. And they stack real nicely in the container. But these are... These cans that I got are 5.2 ounces for each can, and the price I paid for them was $2 each. each one. And of course, I got one of each so we can taste them, try them out. So here's the going in. This is a Pringles original. These are the ones that I grew up with. Mmm. I love shrimp. Seafood's very good. That's a good suggestion, Eric. I'll have to try some seafood for you sometime. Now these aren't as crispy as I expected. I expect them to have more of a crunch. These are not quite soggy, but they've got like a soggy quality to them compared to the crispness. They're not soggy, but they're soggy compared to the crispness that I remember. Let's try another one. Mmm. I can taste the salt on it. It's got a decent flavor to it. But yeah, it doesn't have the crunch that I remember them having. Let's listen, see if we can hear that crunch. Okay, it's got a crunch to it. You can hear it, but it's not a solid crunch like I remember them having. I don't know if they've changed the formula over the years, or if I got a can that's just lost that crispness to it. Mm. Mm. I remember the commercial when we were younger. The commercial for Pringles had the catchphrase, once you pop, you can't stop. And that's what I'm feeling right now is after eating those first couple chips, I don't want to stop. I want to keep eating them. Eat the whole can. It must be that saltiness. It's addictive. Mm. Bursting with flavor, it says on the top of the can. And it certainly is. It's got a very salty flavor to it, which is good. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. But I'm going to set it aside because we got a bunch of varieties here to taste. So set that down. Take a sip of vitamin water. Clear the palate a little bit. Okay, now let's try the ranch. Here we go, the ranch. And once again, comment if you would, what are your favorite flavors of Pringles? Or Lay's, do you prefer the Lay's, the baked chips? Okay, now let's try the ranch Pringles. Mmm. They're very light. For some reason, ooh, that is good. See, the flavor on these come from some sort of powder. I don't know if you can see on there, but there's a light powder of the flavor crystals or whatever that's on these crisps. That's what gives them their flavor. Now, I don't know if it's my faulty memory, or once again, if the formula's changed over the years, but they seem to be lighter than usual, thinner. And if so, if that's not my imagination, if that's true, that would explain why these aren't having that crunch that I remember. They're thinner. Okay. Let's try two at a time. Now There you go. That's good. I like that flavor. I'm going to start taking at least 2 of them at a time. Because just one at a time, it just seems like they're too light. Okay, 3 is too much. Going to do 2. 2 at a time. Mmm. That's good. I like those. Okay, we're setting the ranch ones aside. The traditional, I'd give a 6. The regular Pringles. These ones, I'll go ahead and give these a 6 as well. Actually, yeah, I'm going to give both of these a 6. And the reason is what I just described to you. That they feel like they're lighter than usual. They don't have the same texture that I remember. And that's a little bit of a disappointment. Flavor-wise, the flavor's pretty good. Can't complain about the flavor. Okay, so now let's move on to the salt and vinegar. Another traditional, or kind of a traditional type chip flavor. Taking 2 at a time. Okay. Flavor on this is a little bit more subtle than usual. Okay. Dude the Wizard likes salt and vinegar. Very good. I do like them too. Now these ones, salt and vinegar, the ones I just had, the ranch, had a nice strong flavor to them. These are more subtle, not a lot of flavor. They're lighter. And once again, it's your traditional chips, I think, except they've got like the flavor crystals sprinkled onto it, real thick. So that's what gives it the flavor. Let's try another one. Okay, this one I'm going to give a 5. The reason is I do like salt and vinegar chips, but these taste like just it doesn't have a strong enough flavor to it. It's more subtle, and I would like a little bit more of the vinegar type flavor. Yeah, I'll give these a 5. They're okay, but if I was going to get salt and vinegar chips, I'd want more vinegar flavor than these have. Not quite strong enough for my personal taste. Okay, moving on to the sour cream and onion. Didn't I just, no, I did ranch. That was ranch. Okay. By the way, as I said, we are going to be starting up with the light side music reactions at the beginning of May. Yeah. So be sure to give me recommendations on some of your favorite songs that you'd like to see me react to. Okay, here's sour cream and onion. One of the more traditional type flavors going in. Okay, this is a good flavor. I do like it, but once again, it tastes like It's too subtle. It's like it's not quite enough flavor. This Kiss. If it's the one I'm thinking of, Eric, is that it's a country song, female vocalist. Is it Faith Hill? Is that it? Faith Hill, This Kiss? Is that the one you're asking for? If so, it's a good song, but I haven't heard it in years. Okay, shook up the can of those. Okay, yes. All right, I'll put that on my list of ones that you want to see me do. React to This Kiss by, I just said her name, Faith Hill. Okay, now let's try it. See if that's shaking that up a little bit. Redistributed the crystals a little bit. No. Yeah. These are too light as far as texture wise. You have to eat two at a time to get the thickness it used to have. George Jones, classic. Any favorite songs of his that you'd like to see me react to? But as I was saying, you have to have two of them at a time to get the thickness and also the texture. You're not getting that solid crunch that you used to get years ago. So that's a little bit disappointing for me. It's a good flavor. The Grand Tour. Is that a song? I thought that was an album. George Jones, The Grand Tour. I'll have to look that up. It's a good suggestion. I'll try to find that for you, Eric. So, good flavor on these sour cream and onion Pringles. But I just wish they had more of a crunch to them. Maybe just a little bit more of the flavor. See, it says bursting with flavor. I have to disagree with that. I don't think it's bursting with flavor. It's got flavor, and it's got a good flavor. But the flavor isn't bursting. A little bit disappointing on that. Toby Keith. What are some favorite Toby Keith songs you want me to react to? So these are good. Now I'm going to compare it to the ranch. Because they're sort of similar flavors. Okay. Between the ranch and the sour cream and onion, my personal taste, I prefer the sour cream and onion. But once again, I wish it just had a little bit more bursting with flavor. So, I'll give these each a 6. Ray Price. My goodness. I can't even think of any of his songs. I know what era he's from. I recognize the name. But I don't think I know any Ray Price songs. So that's a great recommendation. I'll definitely have to check it out. What are some of your favorite Ray Price songs? Okay, moving right along. Let's see. Let's try the Hot Honey. Hot Honey Pringles. For the Good Times. Is that Ray Price? I'll check it out. Ray Price, For the Good Times. Now that is a bold flavor right there. That's a little bit spicy. Mmm. You can definitely taste the honey in that. It tastes like real honey too. You know how you've got your honey flavored stuff that's just kind of subtle and it feels like artificial. And then whenever you have like real honey, like fresh from the comb, how it's got like a little kick to it, like a strong flavor. This has that. This has that strong, natural honey flavor to it. It's really surprising. Mmm. This is different. Not at all what I expected. This reminds me of when we were kids, growing up, visiting my grandparents on my mom's side. Sometimes we would have toast for breakfast, and sometimes you'd have jelly, sometimes different kind of jams. My grandfather would make his own jams from the different berries and things that he was able to raise there on the farm. And sometimes he'd have like the honey that he'd get fresh from the comb. And this reminds me of that. Mmm. That is an authentic honey flavor. Dean Martin. Another great suggestion. Going back several decades for that. What are some favorite Dean Martin songs? Okay, so for these, the hot honey ones, it's good for something different. This wouldn't be my go-to flavor. You've got your more subtle flavors, and those are favorites for a reason. Those are your standards, your go-tos. Like whenever you just want chips, you go to your standard kind of subtle flavors. But if you're wanting something bold and different, definitely try these out. I'm going to give this a 7, the hot honey flavor, but it's not something that you're going to want all the time probably. You're going to want to try it because you'll like it, but it's kind of like an example would be like liver and onions. If you've ever had liver and onions, it's a delicacy. It's something that you would like to try occasionally. Something you'd eat maybe once, twice, 3 times a year, but you wouldn't want it with every meal. That's what I imagine with this. Dean Martin, That's Amore. Great suggestion. I've heard the song, but it's been years. So we'll add that to the list. All right, moving right along. Now let's try the loaded potato skins. Frank. Let's see, Frank. You just mentioned Dean Martin, so now you're saying Frank. I imagine then you're meaning, what's his name? Frankie Blue Eyes, they call him. What's it? Frank Sinatra? Is that who your suggestion? What Frank Sinatra songs? Okay, now here's loaded potato skins. Now, it's the first time I've opened up one of these and got a broken chip on the top. New York, New York. All right. Frank Sinatra, New York, New York. Added to the list. Let's see, this one's kind of broken up. So you're going to have little pieces down the bottom of the container. But this is the first one out of all these I've opened. They're all pretty solid. So when they've been shipping these to the stores, apparently they've been doing a pretty good job of keeping them from breaking up on the inside. Ooh. I don't know about this one. Loaded potato skins. Mmm. I'm not a fan of this one. I know this is an odd description. It's like, how would you know what that tastes like? But the taste of this one, the flavor, is how I imagine shoe leather would taste like. Like an old, uh, like a leather type shoe. The kind that you like a work boot sort of thing, and you put polish on it. Mm. I don't think I care for this one. Yeah. I'm going to say no to this one. The loaded potato skins. I'm going to give this one a 3. My personal taste. Somebody else may love it. You might try it and let me know. If go ahead. If any of you guys have tried this one here and you liked it, let me know. But for me, this is not one of my favorites. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and open up another bottle of my vitamin water. And rinse out the palate. One of you asked a little bit ago, and I didn't answer yet, how everybody's doing. Everybody's doing great. This time last year, my mom had her stroke. That was last February. And about this time last year, right now, she was in the hospital, nursing home, I think. By this time, she was in the nursing home and was calling me on the phone and wanted to talk. And I was excited about that. And so she's come a long way. She is home. She's been home for a long time now. She's got her mobility back for the most part. This morning, going to church for the first time, she went up the stairs without Dad helping her up the steps. He just walked behind her. Usually, he'd walk up next to her, and she'd hold on to his arm as they go up the steps. This morning, she went up the steps by herself without leaning on his arm. And so she's come a long, long way. So thank you for everybody that had your concerns for my mom and was asked about her over the past year. She is doing fantastic. And, which considering, she had her stroke and considering where she was at that time, when she was going into the surgery, the doctors were giving us the worst case scenario. We weren't expecting her to make it. We figured when they took her away to surgery, we were thinking that might be the last time we ever see her. And so for her to make such a recovery that now she's, come this far, it's just amazing. It's a testimony to how much God has worked in her life over the past year. Tony Bennett, another great one. Getting into some of the old crooners from the 40s and 50s. Great suggestion. And once again, if you have favorite songs of these artists, go ahead and mention the song names too. Okay, moving on to the next one. We got All Dressed. So when you think about All Dressed, you think something similar to what we just had, the potato, loaded potato sort of thing. This one says with tomato, onion, and vinegar flavors. So let's try this one. The All Dressed. And where did that go? I just popped the lid off. There it is. Don't want to lose that. Okay, let's open this one up. The all dressed Pringles. Okay, all dressed. Mmm. Ooh. Now that reminds me of like that pico de gallo that you get on like you get like a Mexican burrito or something like that. Lady is a Tramp. Is that Tony Bennett's song? I'll check that out for you. Thank you for the suggestion. Okay. Yeah, it reminds me of the pico de gallo sort of flavor that you put on the Mexican, like burritos and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. You can taste that tomato. What else does it say? And the onion and vinegar. Yeah, I can taste the vinegar too. Mostly the tomato. Maybe a little bit of basil. I imagine I'm sensing a basil flavor too, though, but it doesn't say it. It doesn't list that as a flavor on here. It says tomato, onion, and vinegar. That is good. This is a good one. I'm going to give this one a 7 as well for its uniqueness. And this one actually is bursting with flavor. All right. Sammy Davis Jr., another classic. Boy, we're really getting into the old-time crooners today. And I'm not complaining. These guys are amazing. So we will definitely have to check those out. Okay, along the same type of flavor as we just tried. Had that Mexican sort of pico de gallo flavor. This one is the Carnitas Taco flavor. Sam Cooke. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sam Cooke. Okay. Okay, this one, when I open it up, kind of ripped the top a little bit. The other ones were ripped real easily. This one ripped into the... This is unusual. The top of it up here, I don't know if you can see it, it's a little bit deformed, the packaging. So the tube itself is deformed a little bit, and that's probably why it ripped a little bit hard there. Okay, let's try this one. This is the Carnitas Taco. Oh. Mmm. I don't think I like this one either. Mm-mm. This one is not for me. Once again, the Carnitas Taco. This one, to me, is similar. It's like the one I said tastes like shoe leather. This is a little bit different. It's got a bolder flavor to it. But it's got that kind of musty sort of shoe type undertones to it. And I can't think of another way to describe it other than like shoe leather sort of thing. It's real subtle, and it's kind of a flat, kind of dull shoe leather type taste. It's only I can't think of another term to describe it, but not for me. Carnitas Taco, nope. Ooh, Ronnie Millsap, one of my favorites. Some of my favorite Ronnie Millsap songs. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I love that song. There's Smoky Mountain Rain just keeps on falling. That's a good one. Um, Happy, happy birthday, baby. That's a good one. But I think one of my favorites of his has to be that first one I did there. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. In fact, when I was going through my divorce, that was a song that really got me emotional whenever I would hear it. I wouldn't trade one memory, 'cause it's what you mean to me. Yeah, Ronnie Millsap, great classic. Happy birthday, yep. Okay, now we're moving on to the Texas BBQ Brisket. Now, any of you that are actually from Texas or from the deep south where they have barbecue brisket, I know that's like a religion to them down there. Kind of like football. It's one of these things that people will go to war over. You know, they compete with their neighbors for who has the best brisket. So when you have a fast food item or a potato chip with that type of flavor to it, somebody from Texas where they have these would probably laugh at this and say, that's blasphemy. It's not going to taste anything like the real thing. But those of us, Glenn who? But those of us that aren't familiar with it and have never really tasted what you call real barbecue brisket, we've had it here, but you know, other places around the country, like here in the Midwest, isn't going to be the same as what is prepared specifically in these locations that are famous for it. Kenny Rogers. We'll try to do some Kenny Rogers songs. Great. I've had people tell me that they thought that I reminded them of Kenny Rogers when I sang years ago. Kenny Rogers, and one lady told me that she thought I sounded like a cross between Kenny Rogers and John Denver. And that was a high compliment because they're both great artists, great voices. All right, so let's try this Pringles Texas barbecue brisket. Mmm. Okay, this one isn't bad flavor like those two that I said absolutely not on. But it's getting there. Glenn Campbell. Great recommendation. Love Glenn Campbell. Four out of 10. It's kind of a subtle flavor. It's, well, not really. It's not overbearing. You can taste the kind of brisket type meat flavor to it, but it's kind of a subtle, flat type flavor. It's strong, but it's flat. Does that make sense? It's got a distinctive flavor. I'll put it that way. The flavor is distinctive, but it's not really popping. And I wouldn't say it tastes like barbecue brisket either. Mm. Okay, I'm going to give this a 4. Carnitas Taco, I'll give a 3.5. And what was the other one that I said no to? The all dressed? No, the all dressed was good. I like that one. That one had a tomato flavor to it. The baked potato one. The baked potato one, I'll give a 3. I really didn't like that baked potato one. All right. Looks like we got 4 more to go. 7-layer dip. 7-layer dip. Okay, let's try this one. I can tell where they get the name from. It does have that sort of dip flavor, like you got your ranch dip that you have like for holidays and stuff. And you dip your crackers in it or put it on crackers. It does have that hint of flavor to it. Taste that tomato flavor. Yeah. This was okay. I don't think it's great. This one's okay. I'll give this one a 5. Okay, down to the last 2. Okay, we got chili cheese fries and pizza. Which one should I do first? Pizza or chili cheese fries? Let's go with the pizza. Save the chili cheese fries for last. Okay, Pringles pizza flavor. Now, that's the first one I've seen. This kind of stands out. It's got the white tube. All the other ones have kind of bold flavor or bold colors on the tube. Oh, look at that. Glenn Campbell Cowboy. What was his cowboy song? Rhinestone Cowboy. I'll check that out. But look at this. See the color on that? You just know that that's going to be bursting with flavor. It's going to be rich. Ooh, look at that. The underside. That bright orange. This is pizza flavor. Let's go ahead and try it. Wow, what a disappointment. Barely taste it. See, I expected that to be popping with flavor, but it's real subtle. Not much flavor to that at all. That is disappointing. With that much color on it, that bright orange, you expect it to be bold. And yeah, it's not bad. It's just there. I'm going to give this a 4.5. The original is better than this, in my opinion. Stevie Wonder. Great suggestion. Love Stevie Wonder. I reacted to one of his songs last year. It was an obscure one. We'll definitely have to check out some more of his songs this year. Happy birthday. Is that Happy Birthday Baby? The Ronnie Millsap song you're wanting to hear? All right, last one. Pringles chili cheese fries flavor. Barbara. Who's Barbara? Barbara Mandrell, maybe? Been naming a lot of country artists. That's the first Barbara that comes to my mind. Okay, Pringles chili cheese fries flavor. Let's try it. Oh. Oh, yuck. Oh, that's bad. Oh. That is legitimately bad. Oh my goodness. Those other ones that tasted like shoe leather, this is worse than those. I'm going to wait a second. I'm going to try it one more time. But I don't think I can finish this can. The rest of these I'm going to take home and over a period of time just finish them. They were all edible. This one I'm not sure about. Chili cheese fries flavor. Don't taste like no chili cheese fries I've ever had. I love chili cheese fries. My goodness. Okay, let's try it one more time. Give it a second chance. Oh. Mm-mm. 1. Chili cheese fry flavor, 1 out of 10. No good at all. In fact, I'm not even going to put this can with the other ones. I'm going to set it aside. And I can't bring myself to finish that. Maybe somebody in my family. I'll let them taste it and see if they like it. If they like it, they can finish it. They can have it. So definitely no on that one. I was country when country wasn't cool. That's a good song. I haven't heard that in decades. Was that Barbara Mandrell that sang that? Okay, so our recommendations we've got today from you guys. Got a lot of country, classic country singers. Yes, very good. We had a bunch of classic country singers, like from the 60s and 70s. Going back to my childhood, some of my all-time favorites are from that era. And also got some of your classic crooners from like the 1940s and 50s. So a little bit of variety there. A lot to choose from. So we will be getting to those this year on the Light Side Music Reactions. You guys go ahead and keep giving me your suggestions. Put those in the comments on my other videos. Or on this one when you watch it on the replay. This time tomorrow it should be back up on the replay video after YouTube has a chance to process the live stream and repost it. So when that pops back up, if you're watching it on that, feel free to comment your suggestions on songs, that you want me to react to, and we will get to those in this next year. And as I said, a lot of the suggestions today were country music and the classic Thank you, Eric, for praying for Mom. Uh, are the classic, like the crooners sort of thing. Great singers of the nightclub variety. And so, if anybody has any suggestions for other genres like rock, pop, jazz, blues, opera, you name it, whatever you want to see me react to, music wise, uh, the sky's the limit. It may not be something I'm used to checking out, and so much better for it. I've had some suggestions over the past year of music that I never would have heard if you guys hadn't recommended it. And the next video, the first video that I post, I already recorded it just a few hours ago, and I'm going to take it home and edit it and get that ready to post. But the first one is going to be Randy Travis's new song. Last year our first episode was where I reacted to his song, Where That Came From. Well, January 31st, he released his second artificial intelligence assisted song called Horses in Heaven. So I just finished reacting to that, and that will be the first video that I post for season 2 of the Light Side Music Reactions. So be watching for that. If you want to watch that when it posts, the easiest way to do it is to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and then when it does post, you'll get a notification pop up and let you know that it's there. Yes, Randy Travis, love him. And so I'm excited that he's able to continue singing his music, or not actually singing it, but create new music and put it out for us to enjoy, even though, his illness took his voice away from us. But as I was talking this morning in church, the sermon series I'm preaching on right now is Jesus' 7 last words or sayings on the cross. And I was commenting, where was I going with it? Oh, about how today I focused on where he said, Father, my God, why have you forsaken me? And my understanding of that is that he knew that God hadn't forsaken him, but he was reminding us that he understands that sometimes we feel like we are forsaken, that we've been abandoned. But God has promised he will never leave us nor forsake us. And even when we feel like we're all alone, he is there with us. And so even when he was on the cross and his body was broken, battered, and his body was at its weakest, his spirit was at his strongest. And I preached about that this morning. And so while he was on the cross, it wasn't a moment of weakness that he cried out to God. It was to fulfill prophecy of the Old Testament. And I'll post that video on my ministry channel as soon as I am able to edit that down as well. Excuse me. For those of you that are interested in watching that. But the point is that, as it relates to Randy, his body is failing him to where he's not able to sing with his voice. Yet his spirit is still as strong as it ever was. He's still creating music and wanting to put it out for people to enjoy. His body will not let him do that. His voice cannot do what his spirit wants to do. And so with the help of this amazing technology, his body is able to do what it normally couldn't. Through the strength of his spirit, he's able to continue doing the work that he loves. And I think that's just such a wonderful thing. So anyway, that will be coming up here in less than a month. I'll be posting that video. In fact, I may post it early since I've already got done. As soon as I get it done, I may just go ahead and start the season early. But at least by May 1st, I will get that back up. So whatever you guys want to see me react to, go ahead and put in the comments, and we'll get to those. But make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. That way, when I do post those videos, you'll be able to be one of the first to watch them. Anyway, there was like 3 or 4 of these that I didn't care for. Most of them were okay. The original is basically a go-to if you're just looking for something to try. You're just wanting some potato crisps. I would recommend the original. You've got your go-to flavors that are staples for a reason. You got your sour cream and onion, you got your ranch, which are basically right up there with the original. And so those are your go-tos. So I recommend those. Then you get your the vinegar, salt and vinegar. Even if you are a fan of salt and vinegar chips, you might be disappointed with these. The flavor is a little bit too subtle for my taste. I like the salt and vinegar flavor, but I wanted more of it. You get into some of these more obscure ones, or it's a couple of them. You can go back and see exactly which ones I liked and which ones I didn't. The ones that were popping with flavor, for the most part, I really enjoyed, and I recommend those. Even if it's not something that you want to keep getting back, you might not want to get those every time, but you definitely want to check them out. And then there were those two or three that I said absolutely not, absolutely not. The ones I scored a 4 or below. And then that last one I did, excuse me, absolutely not. Which one was that? Was that the 7-layer dip one? The Carnitas Taco? Carnitas Taco one I didn't like. The 7-layer dip I didn't like. The all-dressed one I did like. The all-dressed one was kind of like the baked potato sort of thing, and you could taste the tomato flavor in it. It was pretty good. But what was the last one I did? The pizza? Was the pizza? No, it wasn't the pizza one. I put that one off. Chili cheese fries. Thumbs down on the chili cheese fries. Thumbs up on the other ones though. So my personal flavor, my personal taste buds, you may like this. I didn't like it at all. I can't even finish this one. So I say no to the chili cheese fries. No to the Carnitas one. No to the 7-layer dip. And not really to the Texas barbecue. I didn't care for that one. Carnitas Taco, no. Rest of them, I'd say they're at least worth a try. Anyway, that's my verdict. If you've had a chance to try some of these Pringles flavors, go ahead and comment which ones you liked, which ones you didn't. And then people can judge between what I liked and what you liked, and decide for themselves which ones they want to try. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. It's been over an hour, so we're going to call it a day. And hope you enjoyed the live stream. And we'll look forward to seeing you again. I'm not sure if we'll be back next weekend, but I'll try to do another live stream this time next weekend, 2:00 p.m. on Sunday afternoon. And we'll try either pizza that Eric recommended, or something else along those lines that's a little bit more filling than just sampling different potato chips. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time on Mutt Club. And Mutt Club will probably be the next one we do. And then after that, be on the lookout for our Season 2 premiere of the Light Side Music Reactions. Have a great week. We'll see you later, everybody. Have a great one. Bye.